evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am Paul Danino Braun, and this is another episode of Another Damn Review Show, because fuck you, you'll watch it. Today we're going to be doing something a little different. Because sub-series are so fucking awesome, I'm launching another one. Today, we're going to be doing a little something I like to call forced perspective. Now, unlike some of the negative connotations you might have with the word force in anything relating Hollywood, am I right, Kevin Spacey?
Wrong!
Forced perspective is about me trying to get you on my level and look at something just a little bit differently. It's kind of like a fun little cheeky thing. I'm going to be pitching different ideas for movies. I'm going to have you look at existing movies in a different lens, mainly for comedic purposes.
Hollywood is a weird place. One of the stranger quirks of show business is dual projects. Hollywood has a peculiar history of producing competing projects, which often sees both films releasing in the same year. We had Babe and Gordy in 1995, and Volcano and Dante's Peak just 2 years later in 97. 98, there was Armageddon and Deep Impact, along with A Bug's Life and Ants. We saw The Prestige and The Illusionist in 2006, then Friends with Benefits and No Strings Attached in 2011, Olympus Has Fallen and White House Down in 2013. Then we got a pair of dueling movies that are by far the oddest, Snow White and the Huntsman versus Mirror Mirror in 2012. These stand out as being particularly curious for one specific reason. You see, all the other films I've listed are competing in the sense that they have very similar concepts, but that's not the case with the Snow White movies. Here we have two entirely different films about the same character. It's just so fucking weird. Ultimately, these films all differ vastly in tone and, well, quality, but I have difficulties getting past the fact that in the same year, we could have two totally different takes on the same character.
Today, I'm going to be pitching my ideal Joker movie. That's not actually accurate. So what DC is doing right now, I don't even know what they're doing right now. I had a discussion with Dave Strano on our podcast, on the Rocks, a conversational podcast about movies, about this exact topic. There are two Joker movies in development right now. Why? So we have a origin story Joker movie produced by Martin Scorsese, directed by Todd Phillips, starring Joaquin Phoenix, and that's official now. As of yesterday, that is like locked in. It is happening. Of course, I am a firm believer of it never happens until it does, but allegedly this is going down. Now, I for one am interested in this. I think it's weird that it's taking place separate of the DCEU, but I think it could work. I really like Joaquin Phoenix. I loved him in You Were Never Really Here. He was fucking scary in that movie. I think he's got good range. I actually enjoy Todd Phillips. I think taking somebody who's known for comedic stuff can work when you give him something different to work with. I mean, there is inherently a crime element in some of his movies, especially the latter Hangover films. And Scorsese, listen, if he's producing something, I'm gonna at least look at it. I'm gonna give it a shot. The man's made a couple good films. You might have heard of him. Hugo. Actually, I don't know why I made that joke. Hugo's a wonderful little movie. So we got that. And then we also have the Jared Leto Joker movie, which is supposed to be canon with the rest of the DCEU. That's fucking weird. That's really weird. But I have an idea. I got a theory as to how you can make this all work. Come, have a look, have a listen. Sit down. Let's talk about this. Story time. Here's how I think you make two completely disparate concepts for the Joker work at the same time. First things first, you do the Scorsese one. Got Todd Phillips, got your Joaquin Phoenix. It's an origin story. Let's do that. Make it a period piece. I think set it in set it in the 80s. That could be kind of fun. Do it, standard crime thing. Keep Batman in it as minimally as possible. In a perfect world, I want Batman mentioned only in name. I don't want to fucking see him. I want him to be less a character, more a force of nature. Something working behind the scenes. Very, not dissimilar from the Joker standalone graphic novel where you follow, what was his name? Jack something, I don't remember. But you follow his driver, and you don't really even catch a glimpse of Batman until like the last couple panels. It's awesome. It's awesome. So you do that, set up the Clown Prince, have it be just like a straight crime drama. You can put some elements of theatricality in there. I think that'll work. Cut to future movie with Jared Leto, Joker, that fucking edgelord.
I have an idea.
Now with this one, I see it opening up with a flashback. Robin's been captured. We all know what happened. Been captured. And we have a frantic Batfleck trying to find them. I think it'll add a nice sense of tension because we know that this isn't going to end well. It's kind of like a bit of a tragic opening. So Batman looking for him. And as he's trying to track him down, we intercut to Jason Todd getting savagely beaten with a fucking crowbar, a la like Red Hood. And you know, we got to frame the super up close. I want it to be brutal, I want it to be awful, and I want you to basically just see the crowbar coming down. Batman finds him, kicks down the door, and Jason's in bad shape. He runs in, beats the shit out of the Joker, and da-da-da! The Joker's played by Joaquin Phoenix. That is right. We're gonna find out that Joaquin Phoenix was the original Joker. Jason Todd is played by Jared Leto, and the savage beating made him fucking nuts, and he turned him into a miniature Joker. Kind of poaching a little bit from what they did with that whole, you know, Batman Beyond movie. But hey, listen, if you're gonna steal from something good. Stealth prequel. Movies are connected the whole time. Nobody knew. Fucking drop that shit. Now, I personally think that is the only way to make this make any kind of sense, tie them together. I think it'd be a lot of fun. I also think that there's just it's not gonna happen. They're not gonna do it. DC doesn't fucking know what they're doing with their movies at this point. I mean, they kill Superman just to bring him back in the next movie. Like, there's no sense of authorship, and there's no guiding force or cohesion with the decisions. It's kind of just like it's just all over the place. So would that be cool? I think so. Are they gonna do that? Almost certainly not. That was just one perspective of which you were forced to see. Hence the name, Forced Perspective. And that's episode 1 of Forced Perspective. I will be coming back with many more things, including but not limited to The Santa Claus, the story of a murderer, and the treatment for my Casper the Friendly Ghost prequel, a story of a child getting killed. That's just a taste of some of the things I'm going to be putting out for this little sub-series, Forced Perspective. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you liked it. I can almost guarantee that you probably didn't, and that's okay. I've come to terms with the fact that this is a terrible show, and I'm a bad person, and I really shouldn't be, like, doing this stuff probably. I should probably just focus on, like, getting an actual job. And, you know, whatever, YouTube demonetization, it's fine. This has been another episode of Another Damn Review Show, because fuck you. You'll watch it.